All right, welcome to another episode of 4 Degrees Funnier. I'm one of your hosts, Darian.
And I'm Jaycee. What's up?
Yeah, what's going on? I feel like well, we had an interview last week, so we haven't really dished.
No, we're gonna be spewing today, I think.
Spewing the dish. I actually contributed to the podcast episode info this week.
For
So first time ever.
first time for everything. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm feeling like we're off to a great start because I had thoughts to write down.
Literal thoughts. That's crazy. Snaps for Darian, honestly. Where do you want to start, D? I'm so eager to get into this
I
because
don't
I'm
know.
just like,
Okay, I think I want to start with Stella Stella Olla because it's stuck in my
I
head.
love it.
We get that done. Okay, so I saw this TikTok that was like, what do you say when you play the game Stella Stella Olla? And apparently, regionally across Canada, it changes.
Okay.
And then there were some discrepancies even within provinces, like north and south in Saskatchewan. There was different ones on the internet.
Wow.
So imagine you're sitting in a circle, crisscross applesauce with all your pals, and your hands are on your knees, and you're Stella Stella Olla. Okay,
Yep.
what do you say?
I don't know the literal words. Like if I were to like type it out, I don't know what words they are said. But first of all, I say Stella Ella Ola. Stella Ella Ola. Clap, clap, clap.
Already off to an interesting start. Okay, and then
Singing S Tiga Tiga, Tiga Tiga Cracker Jacker. S Tiga Tiga below, below. I gotta blow my nose. So one, two, three. Yeah.
okay, we do the same.
Okay.
Because there was a lot of variation on the internet. Cracker Jack wasn't there for like 50% of them, which was interesting.
Yeah. What
Um,
do they say?
uh, there was a whole bunch of different ones. I'll have to look.
So interesting. We can look it up later, but
Yeah, there
um,
was a bunch of different ones, and it had me thinking, what? You know? But
what
the
does she
Cracker
say?
Jack was, but I guess I say Stella Stella Ola, so that's a different thing.
Yeah, I always thought it was Stella Ella Ola. Stella Ella Ola.
Stella Ola. Yeah. Huh. Well,
I apparently like well, what about like knock knock ginger? Nicky Nicky Nine Door?
Pinky Nine Doors. I had this debate with Tim the other day. Yeah, because it was Knock Knock Ginger for us.
Yeah, I feel yeah, what did we call it legitimately? I feel like I was never like discriminatory towards gingers. Like,
No, I didn't think
like
I was away.
it was like, yeah, I don't know. I can't remember saying knock knock ginger. It just doesn't feel right to me. But
Yeah,
like I also don't remember saying Nicky Nicky Nine Doors. I feel like it oh, Ding Dong Ditch. That's what we would call it.
that's another one too. I feel like we did that too, but I definitely know it was like Knock Knock Ginger.
Yeah. Which is like diabolical. What the fuck does that even mean?
Diabolical. But Nicky Nicky Nine Doors is diabolical. Like of all of the ones, I'm like that one's the most unhinged.
It's like, where did that name come from?
Yeah, they're like,
It was
okay,
like
get ready,
Nikki.
Nicky. Oh, Nicky, we're gonna do nine doors. Go. Like, no.
Yeah, exactly. Just consecutive. Go, go,
Go, go,
go.
go. Bing, 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 bing. Yeah.
And then they were like, you know what? How can we make this offensive?
Yeah, knock, knock, knock.
Let's. Nikki was a ginger, so
I bet you he was. I bet
I
you
bet you
people
do.
liked it. This is also a regional specific thing, right? Like, yeah, everybody's different, I think, on this one.
The Nikki Nikki Dine Doors, you mean? Yeah.
The other one that gets me is like buying alcohol. We've had this debate before. Um, like,
Oh,
oh, did you get someone to pull for you? Or some people say, like, oh, I got someone to boot for me. Um,
mm-hmm.
but some people are just like, I got someone to buy alcohol for me. And I'm like, right? What? Like,
Yeah. You got to be a little bit more like subtle about it when it's illegal.
yeah,
You
you can't
know?
be like they purchased me alcohol because I'm an underage. It's like,
Yeah.
no, they pulled for me.
Yeah, we would say pull. You and I, for sure,
For
right?
sure. Yeah.
I feel like it was an Alberta thing to say boot.
That's my I did an Instagram poll on this once and the defining line was like mid Saskatchewan.
Mm,
Yeah.
as it always is, really.
Oh, totally. I feel like that is the defining line. That was the defining line I think in my searches of the Stella or Stella Ella Ola, whatever you may.
We arise a new debate. Is it Stella Stella or Stella Ella?
Stella.
You know what's crazy? I was not really crazy, but I was outside of my house. Wild. Outside of my house, believe it or not, and there was these like little kids playing out there, which actually is crazy considering they were playing across the street from the house that somebody got in. And I'm like, this is wild. But anyways, they were playing these games, and it was like postman, postman, do your duty. Miss America or something like that. Like one of these games that I was like, whoa,
It's triggered something.
triggered something in my brain. And I came inside. I was like, Alex, this is so cute. But there's these little girls playing these games that I used to play when I was their age. And they're like 7.
Oh my god. Okay.
Wait, no, it wasn't that one. It was a jump rope one. Um, wait, was the policeman one was in a, oh wait, postman. Postman.
Postman.
That one was in a skip rope.
I don't think so. I think that was like a group one.
Like turn around until you make a stop, or is that the postman one? I can't remember. Anyways, one of these games.
A crazy enough thing is that I wasn't a jump rope gal.
Well, your feet could never.
My feet could never. It's actually like it does kind of check out now. Like I remember as a kid being like, I'm not. That's not for me. Like
Yeah.
double dutch? No.
No, absolutely not. If you can double dutch, like honestly, you should run for prime minister. Like
You should register for the Olympics for sure. That is crazy.
1,000%. 1,000%. Speaking of, don't forget to vote.
Yeah. Don't forget to vote. The election is next week, the 28th.
Yeah. So, to all the listeners, don't forget to vote. Your voice matters. This brings me to I went and I voted early because
Wow, good
I
for
wasn't
you.
able to go to like Claire's home or whatever. So, anyways, I voted early, and it was this whole thing because I'm voting in a place that I'm not in my riding according to my driver's license.
Right.
So I get to this place where everybody in the area is voting, and this gal, she goes to check me in. First, they direct me to this one girl, and yeah, she goes to check me in, and she was like, you know what? It is so refreshing seeing so many young people voting here today. And I said, thank you. As a 30-year-old woman,
God bless you.
I appreciate you thinking that I am like a young child coming to vote, you know? Not a child, obviously. But like, I was like, wow, to be 29 and to be considered a young person, like, I appreciate that. I feel like it's like, beyond 27, you're kind of like, it kind of fuck you if you don't vote. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like this is kind of your duty now. Yeah, I
Yeah.
feel like from 18 to 27, not okay, to be fair, I just want to make this so clear. Those are the peak ages for people to be voting because that is a very large population and they have a lot of opinions and they actually can sway the vote from where I don't want to see it. Anyway, I think from 18 to 27, you kind of do have like a little bit of a like, whoops, forgot to vote. But like,
Yeah.
you're 27 and above, there's no excuse. You can't forget
No
to
excuse.
vote. You have to.
No.
It's part of your duty in the country. So
As a citizen, you should. Like, no, you need to. Like,
you have to.
and
Tomorrow.
that's what I said to her. I was like, don't we kind of have to do this? Like,
isn't
I'm like,
that-
I appreciate it, but also like, duh.
Duh, isn't this like jury duty? Shouldn't we be mandated to do it? Like, I'll be right
No,
there.
but literally, you should be.
Yeah, right? I guess that takes away from being a democracy. It's like free will to vote, but
Yeah.
whatever.
I would say too, like the first time that, like, since moving back to Canada, because obviously I didn't live here for 7.5 years of my adult life,
Yeah.
and I was like never here for voting because it's always like random time. Well, it's the same time every year, isn't it? Whenever it occurs. Anyways,
I don't think so.
I don't know. Well, it depends, right?
I think it depends because we don't run on like a 4-year cycle. It's like whenever they can call an election, from what I know. Allie knows a lot about politics, but that's from what I know.
But anyways, it's like I didn't really vote in those years because I was never like present, and also like, I mean, I probably now having more education on it, probably should have like mailed in and stuff like that. But
Same.
you live and you learn, you know. Here I am now. I'm trying to do my duty, Miss America, fashion beauty.
Do my duty. Yeah, no, that's a great point. I just registered for mail-in voting because I don't know what the lines are going to be like, and I just didn't have the capacity to do that. So I'm waiting on my ballot.
Fair. Honestly, I was very blessed by like trying to go and vote not in my riding. Not that like if I were actually in my riding, it would be like it's pretty quick because nobody lives there. But here I went to this one place and they, whatever, she gave me that compliment, told me I looked like a young child. I said thank you. And then she told me I had to go somewhere else to vote because I wasn't in my riding. And so I had to drive to another place, which was fine because the lines at the first place, I was like, holy shit, I'm gonna have to wait here forever. And it's early voting. I'm like, what's everybody doing? It was 3 o'clock on a Monday. I'm like, go back to work. Like
You're like, I'm here, but you
at
shouldn't.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my favorite thing to do is go to the mall and be like, what are y'all doing here? Like, don't you have
Yeah.
jobs? And I'm like, wait, what the fuck am I doing here? Like,
Literally. I know. What are you doing with your day? Um, no, it's so true.
Just popping
But
on with a fact. Sorry,
okay.
producer Allie here. The election is every 4 years in October, the third Monday, unless they decide to call an election. So, for an example, this
this one.
year they called an election early because the prime minister obviously stepped down. And
Right.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Thank you for
Thank you
that.
for the
Oh, we
clarification.
needed that. That's what yeah, we wouldn't be surviving without you. Gotta pull
No.
my hair up. It's driving me nuts.
But yeah, so the crazy thing about this, like I had to vote by special ballot or whatever, and I literally have to write the name down of the person that I'm voting for. I was like, well, could I nominate you? Like,
Yeah, right. I'm actually not voting for myself. I've
yeah.
decided to nominate. You know what would be so good is voting on behalf of your enemies and voting for someone you know they wouldn't vote for. Can you
Yeah.
imagine? Like, sorry, this one's going under whoever. You're
Yeah.
voting this party. That'd be good.
Oh, that would be hilarious. Yeah. No, they knew it was me, but I just had to like write down like who I was voting for instead of taking a box because obviously I wasn't in this area. So the people who like in my riding, they would have had the voting ballots for those people down there. So they obviously don't have them here. So anyways, I digress. Enough about the voting, but do
Voting.
it.
Go and vote. Go and vote. Woo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Woo.
Do
Woohoo.
it. Yeah. Democracy. Yeah. Um,
Yeah.
I just was gonna say the Pope died.
R.I.P.
R.I.P.
That's
On
wild.
Sunday. Sus. Am I right?
Thank you for bringing it up.
I think the
Like,
world's gonna start on fire.
do you think so? This is it?
I think this was it. I think like him dying on Easter Monday. I woke up. I was like, something's amiss. Is that the word?
Well,
I woke up like check my phone. Like something's up.
that was like the queen dying on my birthday. I was like, what kind of omen is this?
Yeah. Oh my God. R.I.P. to the Queen.
And it's, I'm not going to lie, my life has been terrible since that happened.
Actually, very true.
Right? Ugh.
Well, it's kind of spooky to consider.
Yeah, kind of
But
spooky.
remember, we got 3 stats that year. I don't know if that impacted you, but for me it did, and I will never forget.
You
Three
got what?
stats that September.
Oh, yeah, that was wild.
It was pretty sweet. It was basically like nobody worked for a month, and I was like, sweet.
Okay,
R.I.P.
cool.
Queen, but like, we're not that close, you know?
Yeah, I didn't know you, girl.
We're just a Commonwealth country. Like, yeah.
Yeah, that is unfortunate though, but I do agree it is kind of sus. It's like, was this planned? Like,
Yeah. I
what a
saw
way to go out though.
legitimately kind of fucking epic. I saw this TikTok of this guy being like, Jesus talking to the Pope, and it's like, you know that TikTok sound that's like, where did I get married? Italy. Where did Courtney get married?
Yeah.
Italy. And and that's him like talking. He's like Jesus talking about the Pope dying on Holy Week. I'm like, oh, that's so good.
That's so good. I love that.
Classic.
Yeah, yeah, seems sus to me. I don't know. We'll figure it out one day, but something is up. Something's fishy about that situation.
100%.
Um, I on my Easter weekend, I had to go to a CPR course.
Ew, why?
Well, now with my college, it's required every year that we get recertified every year. I know it's crazy. Basic life support with CPR, AED, first aid,
Yeah.
all that kind of stuff. So kill me, first of all. I mean, like
It's the worst.
spending my Sunday, Easter Sunday,
Gosh.
with NPCs.
Yeah.
Like
NPCs are everywhere in there.
NPCs are everywhere.
CPR courses are actually like a meeting ground for NPCs. I
And
think
it's also,
their annual meetings.
I think that like CPR is like one of the top contributing factors to like my poor outlook on the world.
Yeah,
I'm like, oh my God, idiots. We're just surrounded by idiots.
idiots. Yeah. Ooh, I don't even have to do it actually, which is great. You have to have it to register in your college.
Wow.
But we're not mandated unless you work in a hospital. Um, some
That's
provinces
wild.
mandated, but BC doesn't. And so every year I research, I'm just like, none of my business. Like, I don't need to do it. I actually do need to like get mine just because like my mom's always on my back about knowing CPR, which is like fair.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, haven't registered in a little bit. I'm so sorry to hear
It's
that.
yeah, it's terrible, and like I said, it's just like NPCs, and it just makes you depressed about like the again, you have to like switch your brain to say, okay, not everybody has an education in like body science, you know?
Totally, 100%.
And
But
I'm not saying that I know everything about CPR, but I know a lot about the body or
yeah,
first aid. Like I'm not there's certainly things that I learn every time that I go that I'm like, "Oh my gosh, yeah, that's, it's a good thing that I do this."
totally.
But yeah, this man, I have to tell this story. Like if he happens to be a fan, I'm sorry.
I get it.
I'm sorry to out you like this, but we were stabilizing the cervical spine.
Hmm.
So somebody had a fall or whatever, and you have to stabilize their neck. So, you have these CPR mannequins, which is head and chest. That's it. And she was like, what I like to do, the instructor, I like to lay down on the ground, like head to head, have my forearms beside their head and hold onto their upper trap or shoulder, right? And then squeeze their head with your forearms and stabilize them that way so that you can be comfortable for a long time if you need to be.
Yeah,
And she was like, I just need to see all of you guys do this so that I know you have the skill. This man,
I'm ready.
so head, mannequin, torso, his head was here and he was holding like this. So he was
Laying on his back.
anatomically laying straight on top of this person's belly to belly, holding their head. And like I almost felt bad because in the class, like the instructor was like, "What are you doing?" And he was like, "What?" She was like, "You're laying on the person." And he was like, "No, I'm not." And she was like, "Well, I know you're not actually because it's a mannequin and he doesn't have the rest of his body connected to it. But if that was a real person, you're laying on that person." And everybody starts giggling and laughing in the class. And like at first, I looked over and I was just aghast. Like, no friggin' way.
You're
And
like,
then I giggle a little bit. And
yeah,
then I look around and see everybody else giggling. And then I felt immediately sick. I was like, oh my
yeah,
God, we can't shame this person, but also what a fucking idiot, you
yeah.
know?
Oof, that's hard. I get guilt about that too. Which is probably saying I'm growing up because I probably wouldn't have gotten guilt about that. But like, if I see something kind of embarrassing happen and I laugh a little bit later, I'm like, except for there's one specific moment I can think of that I feel no guilt for, and it brings me joy to think about it even now. To this day. This was like 2 years ago now. 2 years ago, I was having breakfast with Tim at this restaurant, and they have these glass doors. You know exactly where
Oh,
I'm going.
Jesus Christ.
And one of them's open, one of them's not. And one of them's a window. One of them's a window, one of them's a glass door. This lady walks into it like boom, like a bird, you know? And the way that I like said to Tim, like, no. I had to be like, I can't. And then she sat down at the table and like giggled about it. Like she's like, oh, I just walked in that door. I was like, I would have fucking up and left. I would have never paid my bill. I would have never seen those people ever again in my life. I would have moved provinces. Like, oh, that's the only one I've never felt like an ounce of guilt about laughing about because it was amazing to witness.
That would have been my 13th reason.
Yeah, that's what I said. I'm like, I would have just straight up, I'm gone. You'll never hear from me again. Like, nope.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
So that was pretty, yeah. But, ooh, it's tough for the CPR guy.
Oh, public embarrassment? It's tough. I tell you, it is tough. Because, like, also now I'm like, okay, you're old enough, you should know better. But then, like, sometimes I'm like, fuck, I feel so bad for you that, like, you did that because
100%.
this is, like, so unrelated. But, like, how about seeing old people when they're by themselves?
Yeah.
like the world stops turning for me when that happens. I'm like, my life can't go on.
Yeah. Everybody stop what you're doing. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's so true. Oof.
Do you come up with like backstories for all of them? Because I do. I'm like, oh
Yeah.
my God, like his wife
I'm
died last
imagining,
week.
I'm
Like,
imagining their spouse didn't die, and they're just meeting them later. That's what I try to do. I'm like, no, no, she's
mm.
alive. She's at home. She's just not feeling well today. You
Oh
know,
God, I hope she's not in impending doom.
I'm just like she's fine. She's fine. Don't worry about her at home.
It's all fine.
Uh,
Uh, anyways, I just feel like that went hand in hand. So, um, can I tell you about this girl? She came in to see me, and she was like, I had like my hair. One of my like, I don't remember if I mentioned this or not, but one of my like low key resolutions that I was gonna try to do my hair a little bit more this year
oh, wow.
because I was just like claw clip every day, which like is not bad, but I was
You
like,
used to be a big hair girly.
yeah, I love doing hair, like loved it.
Okay.
So I was like, I'm gonna try and do it a little bit more. So the other day I came in and I had like two braids on the top of my head, and then it was like in two buns.
I love it.
And so I had this girl walk in, a patient of mine, and like I didn't think anything of this until afterwards. But she was like, "Oh my God, I love your hair," and she's like a 17-year-old, like in cosmetology school or whatever. Oh my God, I love your hair. I was like, "Thank you." And she was like, "Did you do it yourself?" And I was like, "Yeah," like, and whatever. And then later I was like, who the fuck else would have done my hair for me? I'm a 29-year-old woman. Do you think I wake Alex up and say like, "Hey babe, you want
Yeah,
to braid my hair?"
put it up in a little pony for me.
And it was
No.
like a Tuesday morning at 9 a.m. that I
Yeah,
saw
you're
her
like, no,
too.
yeah, you're right. My mom did it this morning.
Yeah.
Like what?
But do you ever get asked that? Like, and it's like it's just such a natural question to be like, "Oh yeah, I did it myself." But like, now I really thought about it, and I was like,
Who
oh,
the fuck else is doing it?
you
Oh
know,
man. I mean I posted this on my Instagram story, but I had this 17-year-old patient. She's telling me like, "Oh, my cousin's getting married this year and like she's 26." And which I'm just like, "Okay, whatever." And she's like, "My mom got married at like 20 or 22 or something like that. And so like that was so young. My mom said that was way too young. So like don't get married at that age." And then she's like, "Oh, dear God, like I hope I'm not 30 when I get married." And she's like continuing to blab, but she kind of realizes she put her foot in her mouth, so she's looking at me like, "I bet you're 30." And I'm just like, and for me, like, now, if you, like, sometimes kids say stuff to me and it's upsetting. No doubt. Children say the meanest things, the most off the cuff shit you've ever heard in your life. Most of the time, I'm like, I'm going to brush that aside, you're a toddler. Sometimes it hurts, and you have to be like, we're going to continue this session. I'm going to remain professional. I'm just going to wipe that off and we'll get into it. That's so hard. Like,
yeah.
ugh.
You're like, okay, so I'm a geriatric marriage, is what you're saying. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. I'm 100 years old. God bless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's always humbling. Gotta love working with kids, right?
They're great.
Someone's got to keep you grounded. So,
It's them, for sure.
yeah. What else you got, D? I feel like I'm like blabbing. Is there anything else that you want to talk about before I take over again?
Um, I wrote down. Okay, well, season 5 of You comes out on Netflix on the same day my foot surgery, so that's really great timing for me.
Okay, like you, for some reason, it's like, we were obsessed with it when it came out.
Yeah.
But like the longer that you don't have it, like a new season, it literally like whenever I see Penn Badgley and like all of the things that he's doing right now, I'm like, I need another season. Like I am like
I'm desperate for it. Yeah.
salivating for it.
And okay, at the end of last season, I remember Tim was pretty pissed at the end of last season because he just wanted Joe to die. At this point, he's like mad that like he's doing all this shit and getting away with it. And I'm like,
Yeah.
here, 100%. And by the end of last season, I was like, man, this guy's antics, like, I gotta be done with him. But now I'm like, watching for like trailers, any clip on Instagram, I'm like,
Yeah,
like,
it's like we're crack addicts. Like,
give it to me. Yeah, I'm snorting this show and snorting Penn Badgley. I'm obsessed with it.
oh, and it's just like It's kind of like Dexter esque, where like you're like, hey, I know that he's a murderer, right? Like, get over it. Like, but Dexter had like a lot of seasons, and we still loved it. But it's almost disgusting how attractive Ben Badgley is in the shows because I'm like, I am obsessed with you.
Yeah. No, sometimes Tim wears like his jacket, his Lulu jacket that's like a high neck and does it up all the way and he wears a ball cap and I'm like, okay, Joe Goldberg. And then he's like, he's a murderer. And I'm like, yeah, but he's like a hot murderer. Like,
Yeah.
like kind of like, it's fine. And he's like,
Yeah.
fine. I'm like, yeah, but it's like, kind of is. I'm obsessed with the voiceovers. I'm obsessed
I'm
with the
so
like,
obsessed with it. I think that's all it is his voice. Hello, you. Like, it's just like, oh,
okay.
oh, hi, me.
And
Did you
also,
see how
no, no, go ahead. Did you see how what?
did you see how he was voicing over like people's TikToks?
Yes.
Uh,
And he's on Call Her Daddy tomorrow. So like
I know.
also I think we're
Book off the
obsessed with
day.
him because of Gossip Girl. Like I mean, we were like not light on the Gossip Girl, you know, like
No. That was pivotal.
pivotal. So like I think part of me loves him in this role just because I loved him in Gossip Girl. Well, did I love him? Yeah, and maybe not, but you know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He's just such a good actor and like, oh my god, yeah, I don't know. Um what was I going to say about him? Oh, I was going to say, did you see like the clip of Caller Daddy and him?
Yeah,
Like,
voice
the
over.
teaser or whatever? I was like, oh my god, she's been popping off lately. Like, not to say that Alex Cooper hasn't always been the queen, but like,
She's next level now.
she's so next level. It is wild. I was thinking, I was like, what if we ever got like signed with Unwell? How crazy would that be?
I would die.
I would die.
Honestly, I love, yeah, I feel like props to Alex Cooper. Honestly, she's such a boss bitch. Like,
Yeah.
she's doing next level shit. Her freaking hydration drink is the national sponsor of the national women's soccer team now. Like, imagine being like, yeah, my drink that I made, and now she's coming out with like a production company and she's like producing movies. Like, okay, queen, do whatever you
And she's
want.
like gorgeous and hilarious and yeah, so wild.
But I gotta say one thing. When I
Okay.
listen to her sometimes, I think I'm so like okay. She was like next level hot when she was in college, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm so thankful that was not me because that like she some of the shit she talks about is like insane. You know what I mean? Like criminal. Like she's dating men in their 30s,
Yeah.
deep 30s, going to
Yeah.
clubs every night. I'm just like I'm feeling blessed, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, totally. No, in the beginning, I was like, I was not a fan of her either. I was just like, she's just like too much. Like,
Yeah.
but now it's like, oh my gosh, she's really, I don't know. It's really changed. She's still the same type of person, but like, she's just crushing it. That's the bottom line, is she's crushing it. And her interviews are actually really good.
Yeah, she's making money moves, you know?
Yeah, love that for her.
What did you have on the list today?
I mean, I feel like I've been just there's so many random thoughts that I've been having this week that I'm like, you know what, this I'm going to bring this to the pod. But you know how ChatGPT is like popping off,
Yeah.
and then there's like your Snapchat AI person or whatever.
Yeah, I don't fuck with that person.
I know. I think they're a spy, like a major spy.
Yeah, major spy.
Do you remember SmarterChild?
No.
SmarterChild was on MSN Messenger, and you could
Oh,
talk to them, and they would talk back to you.
man, it's kind of like, what's the name? Clippy?
Oh, like on Microsoft?
Stuff word? Yeah.
So
Throwback.
I just feel like I was thinking about this. Chat or Smarter Child is like they're not getting the credit that they deserve. AI has been here for a really long time. We all know this, but like, you know, everyone's like, "Oh my god, ChatGPT, if you say something to it, it'll like do whatever." Hello, Smarter Child? Like,
Hello. Already been done.
yeah.
Um, that's a great point. they should definitely give some credit. I saw this post that said that saying please and thank you to ChatGPT is producing like millions and millions of carbon emissions. Um, it's like bad for the environment to be
To say
saying,
please and thank you?
yeah, because the amount of emissions that ChatGPT produces by responding, like insane. Like it's destroying the environment. But because so
What?
many people, yeah, because so many people say like please, thank you, it's not being direct enough, so it's wasting energy.
Wow, that is mind blowing. See, like I started saying please and thank you because I don't want to get, offed if they take over.
Well, that's a really good point, and I know exactly what you mean because I felt the same way. And sometimes I don't use ChatGPT because I'm scared. Like honestly, it
I
comes down to my
know.
fear. I'm scared about the technology.
Well, I'm scared about the Snapchat person. Like, it's also like I messaged them one day because ChatGPT wasn't quite doing what I wanted, and I wanted to see if the Snapchat person would. And it's weird because they, you know how they like pop into the message in Snapchat? It does that, and then it like will type and then like delete, delete, like it. So it's so weird. I'm like,
Oh,
this
yeah.
freaks me out. It feels like I'm talking to a stranger.
Yeah, I don't want to interact with that.
No.
Oh, the internet is weird.
Wow. Okay, so my life is now turned upside down, saying that ChatGPT is bad for the environment.
Yeah,
How did I not know that?
I know. I don't know. I just
Well,
found
I'm
out.
not a technologist, so I'm not into the technology.
It's not me. Yep. Oof, rough.
But anyways, yeah, I just think shout out to SmarterChild. They're the OG, and the OGs know. Do you
So,
remember on MSN when you could send like the punch like to somebody's
yes.
screen or like the kiss?
Oh my god. Yes. TBT.
TBT. MSN was kind of lit.
MSN was kind of lit. I had a computer in my room, and I remember it's obviously loud as fuck, but and it was supposed to be off at like a certain time, but I try to like keep it on. I try to turn it on. My mom's instantly in my room, like I know you're turning that computer on. I'm just like,
Yeah,
you're right. There's 18 fans blowing right now. Like
yeah.
you got me. Fuck.
It's so true. Man, them were the days though.
You really were.
The other thing that I was thinking about today, specifically, Alex went on another work trip and he was stateside for a little while. And so, of course, my like one request is always Orbit gum. Like,
Fuck.
I love Orbit gum. So he brought me back a motherfucking mega pack. I should have brought it upstairs so I could show you it. But it is like, do you remember the Crayola crayons or pencil crayons that had like two rows in it?
Yes.
Okay, so it's like that, but like it sits like on top of each other, and then you flip it open, and then it's like two of those rows of like orbit and orbit. And it's
Wow.
God's gift to earth. Like I was like, this is fucking incredible. And I had forgot, well, I didn't forget that he was gone, but like I forgot that I had put in this request for orbit.
Right.
And he came back and he gave it to me. But the day before, I had previously bought two things of Mentos gum because that's my favorite Canada gum, is
Right.
Mentos gum. So I was like, I need to get two Mentos gum. So I have one in my car and then I have one in my backpack.
Yeah.
And then he brought me these American goods. And I was like, I value gum as somebody who smokes cigarettes values cigarettes. I'm
Yeah.
like, I need to know where it is. I need to make sure I have some here. I need to make sure I have some here so that I'm never without it because I am like,
You are
I'm
a gum
addicted.
gal, but Orbit gum. Okay, so the question is, what kind did you get? We get into this debate sometimes. I feel last time we got Orbit, we couldn't decide on what we were gonna get. Remember, we split that pack, and I was like, I want that
Mm,
one because
yeah,
I
yeah,
like that
yeah.
sweet mint one. You know that like
See, yeah, you're totally right. It's a light green one.
yes,
So the last time that Alex had went down, I also obviously requested it. So he got me a whole bunch of different ones. So he got like the blue one, the dark green one, and then the light green one. And because he said, "Oh, I forgot which one that you asked me for." I always ask for the spearmint, which is the dark green.
okay,
I love spearmint anything.
yeah,
But then he got that light green one and it was the cool mint and I had another appreciation for it again and I would say I might like that better than the spearmint.
it's
And
nice.
this brings me back to the you got to keep trying things. It might be changing. You might be missing out on something that you love because you think that you don't like it, but it's been 5 years since you've tried it.
That is so true. That's a really oh my god, Orbit gum is so good.
I
I
know,
want to go
right?
down to the States, but I'm just scared of being deported. So I'm just a little like, maybe I won't, but
Yeah. It's a
we'll
little
see.
spooky.
It's a little
Spooky
spooky.
for sure.
Yeah, there's an unfortunate travel advisory, so you're kind of like, should I listen to what my government's saying? Maybe.
Yeah, right?
Um, I was wondering if we should do a weekly roundup.
Yeah, we could do that. Absolutely. What do you want to do it on?
That's a great question. I was thinking let's start with shows, and then we'll move into like other topics.
You got it. I'm ready to rock.
All right. What are you starting?
Sure.
Okay, hit me with what show are you watching this week? What's on your?
Oh my god, I forgot the name of it.
You were ready
Um,
to go.
I was. Well, I was like, I know it. Okay, so I've been watching White Lotus.
Right.
Get with the program, you guys.
Yeah, I haven't been.
I
got
know I'm on your Crave. I can see that. Oh, don't. I hope Crave doesn't hear that.
it. Don't listen.
Crave, we're in the same household. How dare you?
Yeah.
Okay, so White Lotus, which like it's getting a little bit better. Like we're a little bit entertained by it, but still like 6 episodes in, it's not amazing. But I started watching on Disney, like Good American Family or whatever.
Oh,
The
with
one with Ellen Pompeo.
Leo and that, yeah.
Yeah.
Probably a great story, right?
Yes. Were you like aware of the story?
I'm obscenely aware of the story. I feel like it's like, yeah, yeah. I don't know. I feel like it's very well known for me, but I'm interested to watch it for sure. How has it been thus far?
Creepy AF. Like it's so creepy. I would say like the show itself is like I'm not like oh my god it's amazing. But I was like not very aware of the story. I just heard a little bit about it. So then watching it, I'm like this shit is friggin' wild.
Yeah,
So I'm cruising through it though. So that should say something about the show at least.
that is good to know. Yeah.
Yeah. What about you?
Okay, so a few things. We've been watching The Studio on Apple TV. With Seth Rogen. It's got Catherine Hahn in it. Catherine O'Hara. Ike Barinholtz. Yeah. I don't know. Anyway, lots of people in it. Really good. Also a show that's filmed with one-shot takes. A couple of the one episode's like a full one, and then most of them are seamless transitions, like 4 or 5 minute scenes at a
Wow.
time. So that's really good. And then I also just binged Single Parents on Disney. It was like 2018, 2020 show. It's like the same writer as New Girl. Only has 2 seasons, but has a Leighton Meester in it. So shout out
Oh,
to her.
yeah.
Really good. Like I really enjoyed it. It got canceled. So kind
I
of
hate when they do that.
yeah. So you're just kind of like okay, but anyway, it was a good like short binge. I was just like
Yeah.
2 seasons light.
Nice.
Yeah, that's what's
So you have room on your roster to now watch White Lotus, is what you're saying.
yeah. I got a ton of time coming up, so I will watch some White Lotus. After you, of course. Friday dedicated to the show. I can't do anything
Yeah.
else. So yeah,
Yeah.
got that planned.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Anything else you really heavy rotation this week then?
Been back on the Tortured Poets Department album quite religiously. Like it's like the only thing that comes up.
Classic.
Also for podcasts, Amy Poehler's Good Hang is so good. I like
We love it.
laugh in my car all the time. Like the other day I was driving and I was laughing, but I was stopped at a red light and I like looked over to the man next to me and I was laughing and I was like, he doesn't get it. Like he's not in my car. He doesn't know what the fuck I'm laughing at. But I was like like yeah. I don't know.
He's like, oh my god, we got a schizo over here.
Girl's insane. Yeah.
Gonna crash your car.
Yep. That's
Oh,
what I have
man.
rotation here. What about you? Anything else?
Honestly, no. I would say nothing like big heavy rotation except for TV this week. I'm almost done another book. So right now I'm reading The Last Letter by Rebecca Yarros, who wrote Fourth Wing and like all that sort of stuff. Totally different. It's like a love story type of deal. So it's pretty good. Yeah, I had a very unfortunate event where, again, I request these books at the library, never knowing when I'm going to get them. I missed the last one, which was very unfortunate because it was the second book for the housemaid. And then so I put myself back in the queue. I'm 323rd in line.
Your library better be getting more books.
It's fucking crazy, man. Like,
Dude, I can't believe you don't have Libby. I'm still shooketh over your Libby. I was thinking about this yesterday. Like,
okay, but I forget. Is it the ebook though?
ebook, audiobooks, yeah.
See, but I like to read a book.
Like a physical, you want to touch it?
Yeah, yeah. I just don't. The screen.
Does it do it for you?
I'll also get distracted, I think.
Oh yeah. See, for me, it's like it locks out all my other apps in my head, so I'm in. You know.
Yeah. No, I don't know. Maybe I should dabble with it and see if I like it or not. But so I had that happen, and then I thought I was doing well. The other day, I had an email saying that another one was ready for me to pick up. So I went there. So tragic. I was a day friggin' late. 1 day late. I was thumbing through the G's there. I'm like, where's my name? Where's my name? And then I check my email. I'm like, fuck.
How long do they give you?
Yesterday. What's that?
Do they just give you like what? How many days?
Usually it's like a week to pick up. Something like that. But it was Easter weekend. I was in this stupid CPR course. Like, I'm like,
I don't
what do you
have that kind of
expect?
schedule. I don't have that kind of schedule where I can just drop a hat. Like,
No.
I need to know 2 weeks in advance. I am busy.
Yeah.
Like,
No, literally.
come on.
So I missed both of them, and now I don't have any in queue anymore. So now I'm gonna have to wait months to get my next one. So if anybody has any recos, please let me know.
I'm reading Carrie Soto is Back. It's a Taylor Jenkins Reid book.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, so far so good. Easy read, you know? I would say like immediately got into it. I tried to read
Nice.
2 other books that I honestly got like 2/3 of the way through and I hated them. I just had to stop.
Wow.
So this one's good. If you haven't read that or Malibu Rising by Taylor Jenkins Reid, easy read. Pretty great.
See, I love that. Taylor Jenkins Reid, however, is a very popular author.
You're so right.
So I'll probably be 400th in line.
You know who else is a good author? Is Emily Henry.
Okay. Oh, did she write Happy Place?
Yeah.
I read
She
that
just
one,
came
yeah.
out with a new book today, actually.
Yep. Shout out to her. Yeah, I read a couple other ones from her.
What's the new one she
Another,
came out with?
the new one's called Great Big Beautiful World, I think, or Life, Great Big Beautiful Life.
So it's funny.
Another good author is Carly Fortune. I think she's
Okay.
Canadian also. I've read a couple of
Ooh.
her books and they're really good.
Okay, good
Love
to
that.
know. We will make note of these. We love Canada. So, wait, what was her name?
I immediately forgot.
Carly
Carly.
Fortune.
Wow, try spelling fortune for me.
It's with an F.
That's good to know. This is a good place to start.
This is that for sure.
Oh
I
my
actually
god,
have
that's so
so
funny.
many books to read because mom gave me all of her books that she had read almost all. We gave some to Allie too, right? Allie, we split some up, but like she gave me so many leaving Mexico, all the ones that she read, and she reads like a book a day. So she was like, "Here you go, here you go, here you go." I brought home like 7 books from Mexico. I'm like, "Mom, I can't."
Wild.
Also, I hate collecting books on my bookshelf.
I know. That's why the library, like, I can't buy the books. A, it's just, I need to take out a small fortune in order to afford it. And B, I don't have the space.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
What else?
Okay.
Um,
Cool. Well, I think that's all I have today. So we might as well wrap it up. What do you think?
I think so
We'll
too.
wrap around.
Wrap around. Yeah, I think that's all I have, and then
I
next
mean,
week back
I
at
could keep yapping, but we don't have time.
for the sake of our listeners. Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll
All
yap
right.
next week. My dad will be here taking care of me, so
Yeah, pray for Darian. She's getting her bionic foot removed today, the day the podcast is coming out. So,
I'll be under the knife.
yep, send good vibes out to her. We love her. So, yeah. Okay, cool.
All right.
Well, thanks for hanging out with us, everybody. Talk to you next time.
See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.